Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm a former Boeing 737 pilot and a member of PMDG's tech team. On the 24th of July, Captain Randazzo has posted a new update in the PMDG forum regarding the changes with the past update 0.070 and also some general information regarding the Universal Flight Tablet beta. So, a little bit more information for you in this one, so do stay tuned. If you prefer reading rather than listening, then you will find the link to the original update in the video description below. So, as always, I am going to quote Captain Randazzo on that one. Captains, a few quick topic updates to keep you in the loop with the current state of things around our Microsoft Flight Simulator product line. PMDG 737 for MSFS updates pending. As mentioned last week, build 3.00.0070 went out via micro update through the PMDG Operations Center on the 21st July 23. This update was primarily structural for changes we need in place for the Universal Flight Tablet testing program and bore no major changes that you can see until we get the tablet out to you in the weeks ahead. Following up on that release, we have another update that is currently wrapping up its testing process, and that will include some small adjustments, a few texture corrections, as well as refinements to the flight director controller and corrections to the engine spool rate. I've gone back and forth a bit on how fast you might see this next update, but as of this moment, I expect the coming week will work for it. There are other items we are still chasing, and subsequent updates will appear along the way. This inadvertently became a contentious topic this week, so I want to address a few things in detail. I mentioned last week that the engine spool rate was being worked on and would need further testing, but a member of the development team then discussed certain aspects of the changes in another thread, and this comment ensued some confusion as to whether or not the changes had been released to you in the latest update. They had not, they had gone to the testing team, but since the devs are always working a couple of weeks ahead of the testing team, he lost track and misspoke. Sorry for the confusion, those changes are still pending to you and will roll out possibly in the next update cycle. So, what gives with the engine spool rates anyway? We are working to balance proper engine acceleration rates against some problems we are having with the core Microsoft Flight Simulator engine that prevent the engines from being relit at high altitude. There are a number of tricks that we are applying to try and create a proper engine spool behavior model, and the platform itself has yet to reveal all of its secrets in a manner that allows us to do this with grace and care. The three legs of this triangle are the rates at which the engine spools up, the rate at which it spools down, and its ability to be relit in flight at various altitudes. Of course you can't have all three, it's a bit like the old joke of you can have fast, cheap or high quality, pick one. Like many things in a new platform with many ways to solve problems, it takes a bit of time to settle on solutions that meet our needs, and most of the time I think we do a good job of choosing the correct solution when we have to balance the capabilities of the simulator versus what the real airplane does. In this instance, by changing the low RPM spool model in order to allow for the engine to be relit in flight, I think we made the wrong choice in that balance. Spool rates are something all of you interact with continually, but an in-flight relight is something that will only happen to those using advanced options. While we were targeting a fix, we wound up breaking them more than we fixed. Oops, it happens. The nice thing, however, is that we are perfectly capable of adopting the product continually, so in the unusual circumstance where we misread the balance of capability versus performance, we can always take another go at it, and this is what we're doing with this update. Our original data on the spool rates has been re-evaluated based upon work we did with a live airplane, and this has improved the spool up model. We are asking Asobo to consider providing a spool down model, because spooling down currently follows the spool up curve, but in reverse. This yields an engine that unwinds far too fast in correlation to throttle movement. In the meantime, we are planning to work some of our usual PMDG black magic in order to ensure it goes up and down properly. As for the in-flight relight, we've made some progress there, but research is ongoing. It is likely there is some aspect of the way our customized engine model interacts with the sim that is problematic, but we also suspect that the underlying model that governs this for Microsoft Flight Simulator does not want to accept the engine run state data from our highly customized model. So we are still trying to wrestle the platform into behaving as we wish. Universal Flight Tablet. We've moved the tablet to the final stage of testing in preparation for rolling it out for 737 users. We're using some unusual techniques here in order to circumvent obstructions that exist between C++ modules and JavaScript modules, being able to communicate with the outside world and with one another. This has been the difficult heavy lift, and it is so far working very smoothly in wider testing. We are engaged with a team testing the tablet to ensure we haven't missed any details that need mending before we make it live. I'm waiting for a few goalposts to be cleared before beginning the process of showing you the finished design, but we are not far from that moment now. PMDG 737 and DC-6 liveries. We continue to push more packages of liveries for the DC-6 and 737 product lines through the marketplace intake process. We've read some folks who are upset that we have the audacity to charge 50 cents per livery in packages of 10. This was not our choice, it was the only way to get the liveries fully available to Microsoft Flight Simulator Xbox users, and we don't have any way to make liveries available to Xbox users except to move them through the existing channel of Marketplace. For those simming on PC, liveries remain free to you via the PMDG Operations Center. PMDG have made a strong commitment to support the Xbox community and welcome them to the PMDG family. While we continue to look for even more cost-effective ways to provide access to liveries, we will work with Microsoft and the distribution mechanism to get the best value we can for that part of our custom family. PMDG 777 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Things continue to go well here, not a whole lot to say other than this. Alright, and that basically concludes the information part of things from Robert's 24th July update. There is another part in the update on a few thoughts on how we treat one another in the PMDG forums, but that is going to be not so relevant for those of you listening to the video over here rather than reading and posting in the PMDG forums, and for that reason I'm leaving that part out. However, let me add a couple of personal thoughts in the way how people interact underneath my videos at this point, as it is kind of fitting to the update Robert posted. And I would kindly like to ask everyone not to start bitching on one another in terms of, hey, my simulator is better than yours, and my simulator is better than yours. Honestly, we're all sitting here, regardless which flight simulator we're using, and we're all having fun. And that is all this hobby is about, having fun. And it doesn't matter if you prefer the flight dynamics of X-Plane or the graphics of Microsoft Flight Simulator, all of us really get together and have fun simulating aviation, and that is all that counts. So, that's going to be it for this week. The most important points over here summarized. The engine spool rates are being worked on. There is a new update pending coming possibly next week, but that is still to be confirmed. And the Universal Flight Tablet has moved to the final stages of testing in preparation for rollout. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I'm very much looking forward to see you all in the virtual skies very soon. In the meantime, thank you very much. Leave a like if you liked the video, comment to let me know what you think about it, and finally, if you're in for more, then do leave a subscription to the channel. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you all again very soon.